Okay, so I know I said I would go live, but I honestly don't want to record any of my mistakes because I'm still kind of tipsy, as you probably could tell from the other video. So, what I'm going to do is not go live, but I'm still gonna record making the soup and all that, but I have a lot of shit to do beforehand, like dishes. So yeah. Okay, so dishes are done. Now, to start the soup. So you're going to need as many beans as you can possibly find, onion and garlic, and a leftover spiral cut honey ham, bone in. So first we are going to carefully and quietly put the giant ass ham hock, well, leftover honey ham, in the big ass pot, because everyone else is still asleep. I did wash my hands, I just don't want to wash them a second time, so I'm going to make everything more difficult for myself. Who knows if that made more noise than if I just dumped it in there or not, but it's in there, so still got ham residue on my hands. So now after we have washed our hands for the second time, we are going to put our beans next to the can opener. Now we're going to put, no, we're not going to put we're going to open the cans and then put the beans in. So that's what we're going to do now. By the way, if you're using canned beans like I am, don't strain them. Black-eyed peas, very important for New Year's. And I was trying to do dark red and light red kidney beans, but I ended up just grabbing all light red kidney beans, but what the fuck ever. Alright, so now that we have all of the cans of beans open, we're gonna toss them all in the pot now. Like I said, don't strain them. Now that that's done, we're going to get out our seasonings. Rosemary. And thyme. Oops, I made a mess. Oregano. Italian seasoning. Now you must mince the vegetables. Don't forget to peel the onion. After you remove its skin, you must throw it away. I'm not crying, you're crying. Into the pot. Now you see all of this garlic here, you are going to use about this amount of garlic. You want a lot of flavor. The flavor comes from the onions and the garlic, and it's yummy garlic. Like that much. I haven't even gotten to cutting the garlic. That's what's doing me in right now. The onions were like child's play. This garlic, though, is really getting me. And it's not that it's bad. It's perfectly fine. It's just... literally haven't finished peeling all of the garlic yet. It's only this much that I've peeled. It's awful. Ugh. Very unevenly minced garlic because I couldn't fucking see. And now we wash our hands and face of all of the fucking juices from the onions and the garlic and the yummy. And now we're gonna go find a towel to dry off with because we have no paper towels left. Found one. Now it's time for the rest of the seasonings. Now see, when it comes to seasoning things, I usually just eyeball it. That works out pretty well for me. most of the time. So I mean, you can try and use measurements if you want, but like I said, I just eyeball my shit. I try and do like even amounts of every seasoning. This is the Italian seasoning, which is a combination of all of those seasonings there. So yeah, just eyeballing it. I accidentally paused. I didn't mean to. And then oregano, because why not? And now salt. I usually use coarse sea salt, but I don't have that, so I'm using superior iodized salt. And again, just eyeballing it a little bit, not too much at first, because it's a lot of water and a lot of beans. It's all going to get absorbed. I need to find a lid. I found a lid. So now, depending on how early you're starting in the day, which I'm starting at like 9 o'clock in the morning, I believe it is. Actually, it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm going to put it on low. If you're starting at noon or something, again, you want to start it on low. I need a soup spoon. Soup spoon. Make sure to give that a good old stir. Ooh, look at that ham in there. Now, throughout the day, you probably will have to add a little bit more water to it. And then a little bit more salt on top of that as well, because you're adding more water and maybe a little bit more of your seasonings. Just because, again, you're adding water. But so yeah, so now I'm just gonna set it and forget it. Stir occasionally, and yeah, by the time 4 or 5 o'clock rolls around, it'll be a yummy, delicious concoction of amazingness. And that's how you make delicious ham and bean soup with black-eyed peas for New Year's. And y'all best be eating black-eyed peas for New Year's.